Let's see what I get from this. Nice, I got a population rune. So I'll put this on the wheat because of the fact that that's the only one thing that has 2 food. You're about to grow soon. And other than
Alright,
that, I'm good. Turn endo.
gonna start moving toward her. Still continue toward those ruins.
Also, because I'm Babylon, I'm going to want to rush writing soon because I get technology from it. My scout just finished, so I'm going to start work on a monument. And
Same here. I'm probably gonna at least go worker. That way that way I have a way to actually fix my cities.
Normally what I do is, with workers, I normally steal them from city-states.
I got it.
Because of the fact that, normally what happens is you can easily steal a worker from the city-state, and then just, because we're on a team and we're actually in a multiplayer game, we can steal multiple ones and declare multiple wars against city-states. We don't have to really worry about any negative benefits from it, though we do have to worry if we were on a large, forcing more people. But regardless, when we steal from a city-state, the city-state will get pissed at us. Obviously, we stole one of their guys. They'll be like, "Hey, that was Bob. We love Bob." But regardless, we steal Bob, and the city-state will be pissed at us for a few turns, and we can keep being at war with them, or we can make peace. And then after 20 or 30 turns, they'll be at neutral with us, even though we stole a worker from them. They don't hold that big of a grudge. So that's why I normally do that, because of the fact that in those turns, I could also be building other things that are more important to me.
I usually become friends with the city-states because I always go for the diplomacy one.
Oh yeah, no, you can
Diplomacy.
still do that. It's the thing is that in the early game, a lot of time you don't really get good crest, and by the time mid game come along when you're actually starting to do diplomacy, that was be irrelevant. Workers don't really care so much. Like you stealing workers don't really care as much as so long as you don't declare war on multiple city-states.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I just got my second citizen, so I should lock it down to what's it called food, or should I keep it on where it is, which is a production?
No. Always keep it locked in. Always keep your city's default as production. But what is it working right now? What does it want to work? The sheep or the gold?
The gold.
Put it on the sheep. You want the food and you want citizens as fast as possible.
Got it.
An interesting thing also for those who are new to the game, I also click next turn when you're ready. But to those in the game,
Yeah.
happiness on the top left, how happiness works is the amount of food you have in your game works upon the amount of how fast you get your next citizen is based upon happiness, food, all that. If you have low happiness, there ends up becoming the amount of food you have ends up being a fraction because there's normally riots in the street, all that stuff like that. So you end up not getting, you end up not expending as much because people are unhappy. Why would you want to have? You can't really manage to have a family if the city's in shambles. So happiness is a very key feature when it comes to making sure you have the most citizens, most food as possible. You don't want to make sure at all times you are above. You want it to be 0 or above 0 happiness. And this is in general for everything. There are luxury resources that everyone has. I have salt, HoboSnake has gold, and he also has spices. This will give +4 happiness. If we were to settle on salt or the gold, and once we got mining, we would automatically gain the happiness. The city will work that automatically. Anyway, continuing onwards, I'm going to move my scout.
And
Ooh.
I am moving.
I found a world wonder.
I am moving my warrior to the new ruins. Let's check out what I get.
What'd you get?
What? I apparently got nothing.
That
The
is
ruins
very
were a
strange.
lie. It was a mirage.
Wait, faulty ruins. Game, you okay?
Also, for those who try Scout, I usually have it on Explore Automatic, so then what's it called? They can see things for themselves for so we can get more view of a map.
I personally like doing my scout manually because in case he finds barbarians, and because of the fact I like being in control with the movement, because again, like I said earlier, you want to make sure you move one piece at a time or else the barbarians you can get surrounded by barbarians if there was if the barbarians were there was many barbarians. English is hard. Okay, I'm gonna move my scout one thing at a time. I mean, you can keep them set automatically. I just like doing it manually because like you're coming to me, so like the scout might like find stuff that I already will find in that.
I see. Also, I just got my first adopt policy.
Ah. Oh, so you got culture from that rune. That had to be culture.
Most likely, since I have 27 out of 25 now.
Yeah, I have 7 out of 25. This has 20 culture. So, what do you think you want to go through? Honor or,
I again always go religion, so I go to deity first.
okay. Um, so if you want, you can rush the religion actually, and then you can spread it to me, and I can focus more on like other things like military or like expanding more because we're on a team. So like I can just get your religion that benefits the majority of us. If there's nothing that doesn't benefit you, we can take from me.
Yeah.
So I
So,
will of
oh
course
great.
always build a shrine to get the pantheon.
All right. Then which unit needs orders? Ah, yes, my warriors. All right, there we go.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to move my scout over to these ruins. And I'm gonna move my ward. Ooh, I found more ruins. Nice. Wow, a lot more ruins. I'm going to probably move my warrior back now because I'm gonna start building a settler soon. I do see a city state down there. I'm gonna try to go for that. This Carthaginian scout though is going to get this rune. He's going to beat me to this one, so I have to go for the left one. Let's see for
Meanwhile,
you.
I'm going to meet this new citizen, and well, not citizen. These new warriors.
Uh,
Oh, Persian.
Persia. Who's Persian's leader again? I forget.
I checked diplomacy and tell you it is Darius one,
Ah, Darius. Hello, Darius.
and he is
Wait.
with his friend Germany.
Oh, okay. I was like, about to say, like, did we meet Germany yet? Like, on the diplomacy, it says Germany's there, and like, we didn't meet them, so they're on a team. So,
Yep.
Germany, so Germany and Persia, Indian Carthaginian. Okay. Oh wow, the Carth the Carth Carthaginian scout didn't want to go for that rune. Okay.
All right. Now to continue to explore this area.
Natural
I
wonder.
discovered a natural wonder. Mount
Uh,
Kilimanjaro.
uh, oh yeah, and that's right. You get gold for discovering it because you're Spain. So you actually have a really big advantage right now. Because when I found it, you also got the 100 gold.
Oh, and then we also met Zurich.
Ah, hello Zurich.
All right.
Okay.
Next turn.
Okay. My monument is done. I'm going to most likely go either a shrine or granary. I haven't decided yet. Salt is somewhat useful. I honestly am going to go a granary first. I'm not rushing the religion. HoboSnake is, so he will take care of that. Meanwhile, my scout is going to go down to this ancient ruins here, and I got an upgrade for them. I got the bowman. Nice. So I have a bowman now that has 0 movement cost.
All right.
Okay, we are going
Yes,
to
sir.
discover a new city state.
And I'm back.
Okay.
My unit needs orders.
We also
Let's
met a
go on
city
to-
state. We met Milan.
Nice.
By the way, I'm going to do actually is I'm going to speak to each of the leaders we have met and trade. Oh, actually no. Okay, so this only works in solo. Never mind. In solo, you have the ability to give embassies to each other.
Oh no,
Um,
you need writing for that.
oh, I'm so used to the mod, the no quitters mod that I normally play with, where you automatically get that. I forget. My bad. So once we get writing, I'll explain more in depth. But pretty much the overall gist is that you can sell where your what's it called, where your capital is. You can show where it is on the map to them, and you can do it to see their map, or like to see where their city is, or you can do it to get 1 gold from them. Always do the gold. There's no real benefit from knowing where the AI is, because a lot of the time you're normally playing defense. You normally can't really have them. You can't really maintain an army because of the gold in this game. Since you're coming to me, I'm gonna move my scout away then. I found some barbarians.
I discovered barbarians and ruin. But they're only bowmen, so I should be able to defend myself. For now.
Okay. One major note before I end my the next turn starting is when it comes to barbarians specifically, or any military unit that's enemy to you. How it works is zone of control. So the barbarians, these are archers, and archers, warriors, etc. They have a one zone of control. So if I were to move my, if I were to have a unit that starts near the barbarians, like adjacent to the barbarian. So if this warrior here was right next to the barbarian here, even though this is a march, but let's say it's just a normal land, if I were to move adjacent to that barbarian while starting off adjacent to it, because of their zones of control, I can only move one movement instead of the normal 2 movements I get. It will always use half your. It would be half your movement. It'll always spend 2 movements for it. So that's a heads up for when you're moving near barbarians or any enemy things. You have to be careful of zone of control. I'm going to start leveling up my bowmen by trying to kill these barbarians, pretty much farming them. I'm at Singapore. Hunt. And other than that, we're just going to continue on. I'm hoping one of these city-states will get a worker soon, that way I can just steal from them, and just be like, that's mine now. Any of them have any quests? Nope. And I'll move the warrior over here.
Alright, I'm gonna start moving my warrior out because they started attacking it. Or the bowman. Actually, no, that would take a turn.
Let's see here. I can get the marble over there. I'm just looking here. I'm probably gonna later on want to build down next to this marble here, or maybe actually probably to that Forest Plains hill over here, down from the salt, as my next city location, because I want the incense and I want the marble, because I don't have those yet for luxury items. Because this game, again, it's you want to make sure your citizens are happy at all points. I can now adopt a policy. In any game, unless you're going Pacific, like HoboSnake is going piety because he's focusing religion. It's normally a choice between tradition and liberty, no matter what. I normally always go tradition because of the fact that it's better off, because the fact that liberty means you have to expand a lot, and that means you need to have a lot of location around you. And because we're on teams, he's gonna do some expanding too. So I'm going to specifically focus, because I can't build as many cities, I'm going to go tradition. And tradition's the best because of the fact that it gives you a lot of food, and maintaining your citizens and getting specialists is how you normally win the game.
Alright. Meanwhile, on my side, my scouts just finally found more bowmen. And my workers are done, so I'm going to be starting my shrine now.
Okay, you're doing your shrine. I almost have my granary done. English is hard. Other than that, I'm moving into Singapore. Singapore's gonna be pissed. We have discovered enemy husbandry. Oh, a quest from where? Oh, Almany. That's not. No, that's just barbarians attacking them. That's not an actual normal quest. That's just saying it's under attack.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want to go next? I would like to rush writing soon. Maybe we can go for a great library.
Sure.
And
Alright.
also because of the fact that, again, I am Babylon, I get a great scientist once I discover writing. And then I'm gonna queue up. What do you want to queue up afterwards? I wouldn't
Let's
mind.
see.
Okay, I wouldn't mind doing calendar because again, you have spices that can be very useful for you to get, and
Yeah.
I don't have any sort of resource I need right away, so that can be very useful.
I would go Mason. I would probably go sailing after that. So then I could, because since my city's at ocean, I could probably start moving around from there.
I remember we are on a Pangea map, so everyone's going to be on the same continent.
Yeah, but you know, sailing.
I think we can use
Sailing
that.
away. All right.
I think we
No,
could use
let's
that
go.
better though because we might want to watch a Wonder or something because of the fact
Yeah.
that they're gonna go fast. So we'll do lighting. Temple of Artemis in the base version of the game, Temple of Artemis is broken 100%. The plus 10% growth in all cities is it is fabulous. It doesn't work off the normal percentage where it goes off of your normally how the game predicts how much food you have is the number of food tiles work and then your benefits you get. In normal cases where like I'll open up the technology tree here to show a better example, the hanging gardens it gives you 6 food. Let me actually look for a better one here. But there's a few examples of it. Aqueduct. 40% of food is carried over after a new citizen is born. How that works is it's the amount of food that you need, that you get, the amount of your excess food. The Temple of Artemis in the game's coding, how it works is it's all of your food. It's before they deduct how much food you need for your citizens to actually eat. So Temple of Artemis, the 10% is actually more a lot of the time than the 40% you get from aqueducts. So Temple of Artemis is normally a highly contested wonder if you're doing the base version of Civ 5. For those of you who don't know. Where do you want to go though? I like writing. I'm probably gonna rush Great Library.
Yeah. Writing, and then we could do calendar and then archery.
Calendar and then archery. Okay. Other than that, I'm gonna keep my bowman there at the moment. I'm going to fortify, and other than that, I'm good. My granary's almost done.